back when the initial Generaider cards were still coming out, and they were known as Generaider because nobody actually had the English translation for what they were going to be called, which we now know as Generaider, was initially announced. I personally got super excited because I didn't really know much about them at the time, as they were just announced, but all I knew was that they were an archetype that had a theme based around aspects and other small elements found in MMORPGs. Now, the reason I feel so fondly about this is because I personally grew up with MMORPGs. It's not something necessarily that I would say it's all I played, but it was a very crucial genre for my development as a gamer, I guess we'll say. I know it's gotten memed, that's became sort of a meme-worthy term now, but, back when people just played video games because they were fun, that's sort of what we called them. We called them gamers, and now it means something else. I don't know. Anyway, as you can see here, they're an archetype of level 9 monsters with varying types and attributes introduced in the deck build pack Mystic Fighters. So, as for the design, in the OCG name, Generaider is a portmanteau of Genesis and Raid. This appears to be named after something else, but I don't really care exactly what it is, because the fact that Generaider is in the title means that it is confirming directly my theory, because it has the term raid in it. And raid is a very popular term that's used by MMORPG players to say, okay, we're going to go in and have a boss raid. And so I don't actually know what any of the cards do. I haven't even so much as seen any of the artworks. I'm wanting to give my completely blind initial reactions to the cards. I don't know anything about them. I don't know how good they are or how meta relevant they were told they were going to be. People said they were going to be back when they were first initially announced, and people like Simo and all that were theorizing, and Team Sam was making this, oh, this is undefeated deck, blah 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 blah, this can make like 20 million negates. And now I'm not gonna, I personally don't believe in making all those sorts of filler videos, basically, that only exist to boost up your channel views. If I don't think a card is impressive, or it's not going to have any, I'm not going to pretend like something is insane if it's not. I'm not going to act differently on camera than I would in real life just because, oh, it'll get me an extra couple views. I mean, I'm not sure when you're watching this video, but this video was made back realistically before my channel was even made for Yu-Gi-Oh! So there's that, I guess. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. So we're gonna type in Generaider, and I always like going with the first cards introduced in the set. So we have Mardell, Generaider, Mardell, Generaider, Boss of Light. Okay, now, well, first off, let's go off what we know. So, assuming, I'm gonna just quickly look at the attributes. I'll cover everything else up. No, I don't want. I'm not gonna risk that. Okay. But assuming everything is different attributes and types, it's actually super strong because that means that we can use, what is it? Those two floodgates in the same deck. Yeah, Rivalry of Warlords and what was that other one? One's for types, one's for attributes. Goes in match, I believe it's called, right? Yeah, okay. So we can use cards like Rivalry of Warlords and Goes in match. Or, well, I guess Rivalry is a bit too restrictive because it's only one type. But we can use There Can Be Only One. Okay, cool. So being able to use more, and I know, I realize that floodgates have a bad reputation in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Like I say universe, I say in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Universe, but really floodgates in general just aren't really something that a lot of people will find you font. If someone catches you playing floodgates, you're not going to be found very fond of by that person. It's a very it's a very specific type of strategy that I don't know. It just don't run a floodgate strategy basically. But because Mystic Mind's in the meta, it's basically you have to fight fire with fire, you know. But anyway, so let me see. First off, oh yeah, that's right. They said they're in level 9, 3, 6. Okay, that kind of sucks. I'm not sure if there is actually any meta relevant level 9 Xyz monsters, but I know it would have been amazing if there was some if they were level 8 instead. Like that would actually make it super meta relevant because you could go into Hope Harbinger and some other some other some other monsters that I'm sure are meta relevant that are rank 8 that I'm just not thinking of right now. But yeah, you can only light attribute, so it can technically work with Honest or any light synergistic strategy. You can only control one copy of this card. If it's normal or special summoned, add one Grenadier card. It doesn't even say monster. It's a Grenadier card or one plant monster from your deck. Except this card. Oh, like I'm happy because obviously I want this archetype to be as powerful as possible, but I'm kind of worried because one Generaider card and one plant monster is two very specific terms, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean, the dangers were super generic, and we know how healthy they were for the game. Well, I say were, they technically still in the game. Are still in the game. Thanks, Sam, for accurately predicting that all of them would get banned. 100%, by the way. But anyway, only use this effect once per turn. Okay, is that sort of like what every... That can't be what every single one does, right? It's just Mardell. Well, let's move on to the level 9 Wind attribute. We have Frody, Generator, Boss of Swords. You can only control... Okay, so they do look like they have different effects. Okay. Quick effect. You can tribute any number of Generaider monsters and or warrior monsters. Then target that many monsters on the field, destroy them. However, your opponent can draw cards equal to the number of monsters destroyed on their field. You can only use this effect of this card once per turn. It's a lot more balanced. I don't think it'll actually see meta relevancy because it's just... I mean, the problem is it targets. That's what I'm worried about. And okay, sure. Like I'm nitpicking about targeting. I guess we can get rid. We can just pretend, we'll tag them, whatever. But the fact that it allows you to draw, allows your opponents, to draw cards by proportion to how many you destroy, by comparison to how many you destroy. It's just, I really, it's completely balanced. Like from a gameplay perspective, it's completely balanced. In fact, it'll probably never see play. But I'm just like, I don't know. There's no payoff with that card. It's okay. Every archetype has cards that aren't used. Uh, we have how do you pronounce that? Dolvergus, Doublegus, Generator, Boss of Iron. You can only control one. Quick effect, you contribute any number of generator monsters and/or machine monsters. Special summon from your hand in defense position exactly that number of generator monsters and/or machine monsters. All with different names from each other from the attributed monsters. Let me just quickly skim over this one last time by myself. Right. Okay, so he does have to be on the field, obviously. Alright. I don't know. I mean, like, again, I want to say that it's balanced because I don't think it can be abused, but somebody's going to find a way to break this. There's going to be some card interaction that's going to be very obscure, and some people are going to just blow that out of proportion, and they're going to make it meta relevant. Naglfar, Generator, Boss of Fire. Okay. Oh. Hang on. Wait, is that why that happened? Hang on. I do believe... Okay, so I know for a fact that we got... I believe it was Rekindling back to 3, right? And isn't Rekindling the one with 200... Ooh. Okay, so Rekindling is at 3. I wonder if that's why. Like, I wonder if this archetype, or this card or whatever, is sort of like... I wonder if Rekindling came back to 3 because they knew that this card was going to be coming out. Right, that the archetype was going to be in full power soon, and the TCG once more cards get released. Once some new cards get released or whatever. Anyway, alright. You can only control one. If a card or cards you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy one Generator monster or one Beast Warrior monster you control instead. So this is definitely going to be, yeah, this is hands down going to be the one that people play pretty much the most. I mean, Mardell is going to see a lot of play. I feel just because it's like, well, Mardell is going to see a lot of play, probably the most play because it's the most generic of the bunch of cards thus far that we've seen, but or that I've seen, I guess I should say. But yeah, Naglfar is definitely going to be something that people keep their eye on when looking to build around this archetype. Needhog, Grenadier, Boss of Ice. Let me see. When your opponent would special summon a monster or monsters, quick effect, you contribute one Generator or one worm monster. Negate the... Oh, no. No. Oh, this goes in Draco. Oh, God. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Hella, Grenadier, Boss of Doom. Quick effect, Tribute 1. Or Zombie Monster, okay. Then target 1 Grenadier Monster, 1 Zombie Monster in your graveyard with a different name on a Tribute Monster. Special Summon and Defense. This is basically more zombie support. Generic zombie support, but only it's specifically for it's specifically listed as a Generator card. Jormungandr, Generator Boss of Eternity. Ooh, okay, I like this. Two or more level 9 monsters. Okay, so I'm gonna guess with the mystery attack and defense values, it's based off how many you use to make it. You can only control and copy this card. This card's original attack and defense values become 1,000 times its number of materials. Quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card. Each player draws 1 card, then each player that drew attaches 1 card from their hand or field to this card as material. I'll use this effect of the card once per turn. Oh, that's good. That's definitely a good boss monster for the deck. But is that all? I don't know. Oh, they got a field spell. Yes. Okay. Generaider boss stage. Once per turn, if a card or cards is added from the main deck to your opponent's hand, you can special summon 1 green Generator monster from your deck in defense position. If you special summon a Generator monster during your opponent's turn, except during the damage step, you can special summon as many Generator tokens as possible in attack position, but destroy them during the end phase, even if they leave the field once per turn. Okay, I like this. I like where this is going. Boss quest, here we go. Reveal 1 Generator monster in your hand, and if you do, add up the 2 Generator spell or traps with different names from each other to your deck or hand, or from your deck to your hand. Then place revealed cards on the bottom of your deck. You can only activate 1 per turn. You see. So basically, is this just okay? Well, that's all right. Boss fight. Activate 1 Generator field spell directly from your deck or graveyard. Then your opponent draws 1 card. Okay, alright. I would say that's like I can't realistically say how fair it is because I don't know for a fact that they're not going to make another more broken field spell, but this seems fine to me right now. Next, oh, sorry, I went 1 too far. We have boss loot. While you control a token, your opponent's monsters cannot target Generator effect monsters for attacks. If a Generator effect monster is destroyed by battle, your opponent draws 1 card. Okay, that makes sense. I like how they're fitting in with the theme because because it's like they're summoning these creatures are the boss monsters, and obviously if they defeat them, they should drop an item. Okay, cool. Okay, I like that. I really like when archetypes stick to have effects that blend in well with their themes. You know, boss room. This card needs to be good. because the artwork is more. When your opponent activates a card or effect in response to the activation of your Generator card or effect, you can discard one card. Your opponent's activated effect become each player draws one card. Good. Oh, it's continuous though. Okay, well it's a good thing it's only once per turn. Generator boss bite. Tribute any number of Generator monsters and target one face-up these monsters you control. Attach exactly that many Generator monsters from your hand, field, and or graveyard to it, except the monsters tributed to activate this effect. Okay. What do we have here? We have Utgard, Generator Boss of Lies. Quick effect, tribute 2 Generator monsters and or monsters and target one card on the field, banish it. So it's targeted, but it banishes. Okay. I guess it's so it's targeting, but it's targeting this. It's targeting not. It's targeting non. It's non. I'm sorry. It's targeting removal. Is what I'm trying to say. It's like that other card. I don't know. This seems a little slow, but like because since it's targeting, but maybe I'm just nitpicking. And your boss of rumbling. Is that pronounced whore? I don't know. Once per turn, if your opponent adds a card from the main deck to the hand, you can make your opponent send one monster from their hand or field to the graveyard. Well, but it's their choice. When a card or effect is activated, you contribute 2, negate the activation, and destroy. Shadow of the Generator boss. All Generator monsters you control gain 1,000 attack and defense during your opponent's turn only. During the main phase, you contribute 1 as a quick effect to special summon. Ooh, I like this. Okay, so overall, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm gonna have to see if I can make something good out of this, because I don't believe in like watching deck profiles and building decks that way. But I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be. It seems difficult. It seems difficult. It seems like it's a high difficult. It seems like it's a very difficult deck to build. But if you build it correctly, it's gonna reward you very bountifully for building it correctly. Just because. Okay. Alright, well, thank you all so much for watching. I have been, well, you know, whatever the channel name I decide to give the channel I'm about to create is, and I'll see you next time.